talking about that yesterday and even into today.
Yeah, up there in the Northeast, going to be another rough day, especially in the D.C. and Philadelphia area. Now, here at home, you might notice a little bit of haze in the upper to mid levels. It's the smoke, but we're not expecting anything like what they're seeing up northeast. Our day is going to be really just classic summertime, hot and humid. We'll get into the low 90s. There is about a 40% chance of some storms this afternoon, mainly closer to the 3, 4, and 5 o'clock hour, I think is our best shot of some storms, and then things turn quiet again tonight. We do have an air quality alert. This is a code orange. It means be careful for the sensitive groups. It's not quite unhealthy for everyone, and we're not going to get there, but for the sensitive groups, you may notice some irritants out there. Ozone's running a bit higher thanks to those that smoke coming on down as well. Active wildfires. A lot of this smoke is coming from Canada. Now, this is all the active wildfires going on. Not all of these are massive. Some of them are tiny. But notice all the ones going on up here in Canada on the west side and the east side. These are the ones that are producing all the smoke that's getting pulled down into the northeast, all the way across the Great Lakes region and towards the New England and the northeast towards New York and Washington. Now, you can see the heaviest smoke, the densest is going to stay to our northeast. But down here, we do have a little bit of light smoke coming on down. And you can see that with our model here. Notice lots of blues, so just a bit of a haze in the upper levels, but really thick near the surface here from Washington today up through Philadelphia and in New York. And if you saw the pictures out of New York yesterday, it was just so eerie to see some of those already looking bad in Washington, D.C. this morning. This is from the Washington Monument, so if you do have travel plans up to the northeast, it's a good idea to pack a mask. Especially if you're going to be outside. They don't want you outside, but if you have to be, it's not a bad idea. Here at home, obviously looks a lot better. We're waking up mostly quiet. The little haze you see there, that's mostly just humidity. That's not surface smoke as you get out the door. Rainfall not an issue either this morning. We may see an isolated shower or two pop up inland, but most storms are going to stay just to the south near the Gulf of Mexico. And then as we get into the afternoon, as we heat up, that's when you start to see your storms fire up. Notice 4, 5 o'clock, some downpours around for that evening drive, and then maybe even lingering a couple of hours after sunset. Keep in mind that it's going to be hot today, so when any of these storms that fire up, they'll have plenty of fuel to be intense. Wouldn't be surprised to see a few produce some gusty winds and also maybe hail up to the size of nickels and quarters. Tomorrow, same story, a few scattered storms, and then Saturday, a difference is going to be we'll have a few pop-up storms Saturday afternoon, but also we'll be watching a complex of strong storms come out of Texas, may move into the area Saturday evening. Because of that, we do have a low-end risk for some strong wind gusts with that round of storms into Saturday evening. Thing is, as it moves towards us, it should be weakening, so there's some question on how much of that actually makes it here. But there's a possibility. Once again, that's Saturday evening. Temperature-wise, we are staying hot and getting hotter. Get ready for our heat wave next week, mid-90s Monday and Tuesday, and then maybe even some 96 and 97s on the map into Wednesday, Thursday, and there's just not a whole lot of relief from that heat for a big part of next week. Looking beyond the 7-day forecast, looks like it's going to stay hot for a while. So get ready for it. Here's your 7-day forecast. Plenty of heat, plenty of humidity. I think the humidity is actually going to start to go up some into next week. And notice our rain chances, they stay elevated the next couple of days and then actually start to drop off into early next week.